Alrighty, hello everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is the introduction to our new channel named S Driven. This channel is going to be featuring myself as well as my friend Nick and our two cars. So, as you can see here in front of us, this is my 2019 Audi S5, and you'll be seeing later on in this video his car, which is a 2018 Audi S3. And so basically, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of everything that has been done to the car so far and what's going to be happening to the car tomorrow. Alrighty, so just a quick rundown about the car. So it is a 2019 Audi S5 Coupe. It's finished in brilliant black and it is great. It's been amazing. I've had it for almost 2 years now, and in those 2 years, I have done quite a few modifications to it. So we'll just start from the front and kind of move to the back, and we'll run through everything that I've done. So starting off from the front here, we have the RS5 grill. I got that from German Auto Accessories. It's been great. Totally transformed the front end of the car. You can kind of see with the car. Sorry, I know I'm in the garage, but it's extremely windy here in New England and too cold to do this outside. So I've gone for the all black look, as you can tell. And yeah, so besides the RS5 grill in the front, down the bottom here, as you can see, I just have a gloss black front lip. That's just from ECS Tuning. I just kind of wanted to throw that on there just to make the front end look a little bit more aggressive. And then over here we have a tow hook plate attachment, which I just got off of eBay. And my plate CR7 does stand for Ronaldo because I'm a huge soccer fan as well. And we just have that wrapped in carbon fiber. And then that's it for the front of the car. Moving on to the side profile here, I have a set of aftermarket wheels from Axe Wheels. They're great. They're a little dirty right now. The car is kind of dirty as a whole, but winter in New England is not easy for anyone who knows that. And yeah, no, they're great. They're finished in gloss black just to go along with the all black theme. And they're fantastic. I love the red emblem in the middle. They really match up well with the brakes. And yeah, no, they're great. And then I have it wrapped in Toyo Proxy Sports, which are fantastic. They are summer tires though, so running them in the winter is a little hard, but I make do. Then moving on to the side here, we have carbon fiber mirror caps. I got those from Carbon Imports, which I got a few other carbon parts from there as well. I'll go over that later on. But those are great. They look great. They just really tie in with the carbon accessories on the outside of the car. There you just have the S5 badge on the side there. And then those side skirts down there, those are stock. I did not add anything on. I did not add those on. Those just came with the car themselves. And then for the windows, I have 10% tint on all the windows except the front windshield. I do not have that tinted at all. But I have 5% or 10% there, 10% there, and then all around. And then moving on to the back of the car here, you can see we have, again, the Axe wheels wrapped in the Toyo Proxy Sports. Only 2 piston calipers in the back. The fronts are 6 piston, so pretty big difference there. But I love the way the brakes look regardless. I love the red. They came from factory like that. And then here in the back of the car, we have a carbon spoiler. This was also from Carbon Imports. It's just a ducktail style wing. Looks great. Again, ties in with the rest of the carbon on the outside of the car. And then here I have a little carbon shark fin. Again, just got that off ECS Tuning. And yeah, no, it looks great. So that's really it for this side of the car. Also, just forgot to mention as well, with the wheels, I am running H&R lowering springs. So I'm running that all around. As you can see, fitment is pretty good. The rear could be a little bit better. I did take the spare tire out though, so I think that's kind of why it raised up a little bit. And then I am running 12.5mm spacers all around the car. And yeah, no, it's great. Ride quality is a little bumpy, but that was kind of as to be expected. Um, but yeah, no, it sits great. It looks great. So yeah, so now we'll move on to the back of the car. This is the back profile on the car. As you can see, looks great. Absolutely love it. I do have plans to kind of spice up this back end within the coming months. I would love to get a diffuser, preferably carbon, and I would also love to do exhaust tips. I would love to get gloss black exhaust tips and also up them to 4-inch rather than 3.5-inch like they are right now, just to give it a bit more of an aggressive look. And as you can see here, blacked out all the emblems. Again, apologies for it being dirty, and also apologies for any wind noise that may be picked up out here. It is quite windy in New England, as I did say. Um, Plate wrapped in carbon fiber, just like the front. And then I replaced the S5 badge with an APR badge because currently I am running an APR Stage 1 tune, which I'll dive into when we're looking under the hood. I'll go into some of that. But yeah, so I have the APR badge there, the Audi badge, just going again for the all black look. And with the spacers and springs, it does give the back end. I'll kind of get down here a little bit so you can kind of get a idea for profile. It does look good. Tires stick out a hair. I love the way it looks. Just really need to get that diffuser and exhaust tips. But yeah, besides that, that is the back of the car. And yeah, I think we can move on to the interior. Alrighty, now that we are back inside, we can go ahead and dive into this interior. So go ahead, put my hand on the door handle and open it up. So as you can see, the interior on this car really lucked out. It was a great spec. We got Alcantara on the doors. We have Alcantara buckets for the seats with the diamond stitch pattern. Sorry, and the little S emblem down here, which glows, and then Audi Sport puddle lights, which I added in myself. Those did not come with the car. I added them in. Just a little accessory I did when I first got the car. As you can see, we have some carbon fiber on the door panel here. And this is kind of an overview of what the interior looks like. We'll actually get in there and I'll show you around. But yeah, no, this is initial impressions. As you can see, this is the coupe. So it does not have any back seats, or it does have back seats, but no back doors. So it is pretty tight back there. You can kind of see, I know it's dark. I apologize for that. But there's really not too much legroom back there. These back seats really never get used. But again, very nice. Alcantara with the diamond stitch pattern, and those S-line on the seatbelts are just something I added in myself just to kind of make it look a little bit better. But you really don't get too much back here besides those climate vents, and that's what the backing of the seat is looking like. You get a little storage area down there, but again, the back seats really are just used for storing stuff, whether it be groceries or whatever you need it for, really. And yeah, now that we are inside the interior, I'll show you guys around. So as you can see, it's very nice in here. I love the interior. It's great. This doesn't have the upgraded Bang & Olufsen sound system. It just has the regular Audi sound system, but I find that to be just fine. It works great. I love it. The Bang & Olufsen would be nice, but it didn't come with it, so it is what it is. You wins and losses. But overall, I love the interior. As you can see, it's got carbon on that door panel, carbon running all the way across here, all the way to the other side of the steering wheel. And then we also have carbon trim in the middle. Again, this is all OEM, not added in by myself. So absolutely love the spec. Besides that, here we have just the OEM steering wheel, but this is actually going to be changing very, very soon. Ideally next week, I'm going to be ordering a brand new steering wheel. So I ideally want to have, an aftermarket one with Alcantara and carbon, and it should look great. So when that does come in, we'll be making another video on that. But for now, it's just this OEM wheel here. I have added in some red paddle extensions just to kind of spice the wheel up a little bit. And yeah, no, it's been great. I have a radar. I'm running the Udin R3 if anyone's interested. It's great, works great. Gets a little annoying at times during like city driving or, populated places where there's lots of shops and stuff. It'll often go off. But in terms of detecting cops, it does absolutely great. And then here I just have a phone holder just for my phone while I'm driving. The car does have CarPlay. I do have a wire here to connect to my phone. That works great. Love it. And yeah, that's really about it. You have your climate controls right there, and then you have the main center screen here. And this does have the ZF8 transmission, which is fantastic. It works great. The transmission is tuned by APR. It has a stage 1 TCU tune on it. Lightning quick shifts. I love it. It's great. And yeah, besides that, you can see visibility with the 10% tint is pretty good. During the daytime, I have no issues. At nighttime, it does get a little dark. As you can see there, it is pretty dark tint, but it's great. And then again, nothing on the front windshield. And yeah, in terms of interior, that's really about it. Very nice floor mats, and again, I love the seats. Probably one of my favorite parts about the car. You have the S logo there. It's kind of tough to see just because it's dark in the garage. Again, apologies about that. But yeah, no, overall, interior is a very nice place to be. I love it. Um, and yeah, so I think we can go ahead and move on to under the hood. So here we'll just lift the hood latch and I will show you guys what we're working with. This is what it is looking like under the hood. So I'll run you through what I have done here and what is going to soon be done as part of this video as well. So starting off, really what grabs the attention here is the APR branded carbon fiber engine cover, which I just recently got for Christmas. Very fortunate for that. I absolutely love it. Totally transformed the look of the engine bay. I know the rest of it is kind of dirty right now. Again, it's tough with the winter, but I try to keep it as clean as I can. But yeah, absolutely love the carbon fiber. The weave is amazing. It's got matte and gloss accents here, as well as 6 red stripes to signify for the 6 cylinders, of course. And yeah, it looks absolutely great. So the car is full bolt on. So running you through what I've done to the car. Here we have a CTS branded turbo inlet pipe. And then here we have the CTS open box performance air intake system. It's absolutely great. Totally transformed the sound of the car, the induction sound, turbo sound. It's fantastic. It totally transformed the driving experience of this car. It was one of the first things I did. And as you'll see here, all of my bolt-ons are CTS Turbo. That's what I've gone with for everything. I love CTS Turbo. They're a great company. They make great products. And yeah, so moving on over here, we can see the logo's a little bit off to the side, but we have the CTS charge pipe system connecting the throttle body down to the aftermarket intercooler, which might be a little tough to see, but again, it is also CTS's upgraded intercooler for the B9 S5 platform. It's a little tough to see through the honeycomb grill right there, but pretty much stretches from the top all the way to the bottom. Absolutely ginormous. It was like over double the size of my OEM intercooler. So it's been absolutely great for performance. It's worked great. I've had no issues, and it's been fantastic. And then diving back here, if you can see through that little gap right there, I am currently running the CTS high flow catted downpipe. So I have had this now for a few months, and it has been fantastic. It's been great. I've had no issues with it. But as part of this video, tomorrow, this car is going to be getting a brand new downpipe. It is going to be getting the CTS full catless downpipe. CTS calls it the test pipe. Very excited for that. This has been good, but I'm just looking for a little bit more of an aggressive note. The car also does have a res delete. It's the 034 Res X delete kit. That has also been running. So that paired with the high flow downpipe has been great. But again, I'm just looking for a little bit more of an aggressive sound. But I will give you guys a sound check of how it's starting off a cold start, some revs, and then we'll get those in after the new catless downpipe goes in as well. But yeah, besides that, that is pretty much what is looking like under the hood here. Again, I am running an APR stage 1 ECU tune and stage 1 TCU tune, which has been fantastic. Would never go back to stock. I couldn't see it any other way. Ideally, this car will be running an 034 stage 2 tune soon. That is the goal. That's what I've been working towards with all the bolt-ons and everything like that. So that is end goal, really, is to get this car to a stage 2 spot. I think it'll be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, so besides that, that is really how it's looking. So yeah, so I'll get you guys some sound clips. We'll do a cold start here and some revs, and then we'll be able to compare that to tomorrow after the catless downpipe goes in. All right, so this is going to be the cold start on the car with the CTS high flow downpipe and the 034 Res X delete. Alrighty, so it is now next day, and Nick has arrived. As I was talking about yesterday, this is his 2018 Audi S3. We just got the call from the shop saying that my car is done, so I was just going to give a quick overview of his car before we go get mine. So as I said, it's a 2018 Audi S3. In terms of mods, what he's done so far, he has a carbon fiber rear spoiler. He has VMR wheels polished. They look great. They go along with the car really well. He's going for the kind of like, unlike me where I was going for the black with carbon, he's kind of going for the gray on silver, chrome, whatever you want to call it look. So they look great. They're wrapped in Continental tires. Nothing done to the rotors or brakes so far. Right now it's 2-piston in the back and 4-piston in the front. So looks really good. He plans to have lowering springs put on. He has what brand of the lowering springs? Narrow speed springs that'll be going on within the next hopefully month and a half to 2 months, as well as 12 and a half spacers. So this thing is going to be sitting a lot better than it is right now. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the side profile of the car. So we'll get to under the hood in just a second. And just for anyone wondering specifics, the wheels specifically are the VMR V701s, and the carbon fiber spoiler was off of eBay. So just a small detail there for anyone wondering about specifics. Now that we have the hood popped here, another modification that I forgot to mention, he has an RS3 grill from German Car Accessories, where is the exact same place where I got my RS5 grill. Looks great, as you can see. It's got the chrome trim, chrome emblems, and then the black Quattro badge down the bottom. And then over here, the tow hook plate attachment is from RHO Plates, and then the plate is just wrapped in a carbon fiber frame, just how mine is. And now moving on to the engine bay itself. So the S3 is a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It makes 292 stock. Nick is running a stage 1 APR tune, just like me, TCU and ECU. And as you can see here, he also has a CTS open box performance air intake system. And it might be a little tough to see, but we get a flashlight down there. You can kind of see the CTS turbo inlet pipe as well. So with these engine modifications that he has done so far and the tune, it should be making roughly about 380 to 390 horsepower. So very clean, looks great, and yeah, so we'll be able to get a start for you guys. Not a cold start, but we'll get a warm start for you and some revs, and yeah, that'll be it. And here, just before we get some revs for you guys, this is what the interior is looking like. It's just OEM. There's nothing that's been done to it. He is running a Udinen R3 radar, which is the exact same radar that I showed you guys when I was doing the interior review of my car. But still very nice. And where this is the S3, it is the 4-door, so it does have back seats. So a little tight back here, but you could fit 5 if you really wanted to. But yeah, so that's it. So now moving on to the warm start and the revs. All right, so this is going to be the warm start on the S3. He does have a res delete, which I had gotten him. It's the CTS res delete kit. So this is not complete factory OEM cat back. It's still stock downpipe, and the rest of the components are stock, besides the resonator being taken out. The CTS test pipe, or catless downpipe, whatever you'd like to call it, has been put on the car. So in just a few moments, we will give you guys a cold start and some revs, and you guys will be able to hear that in comparison to the clips earlier on in the video when it was the high flow cat instead of the catless downpipe. Alrighty guys, now that the car has settled down now, you guys can hear the idle and how it's sounding with the new catless downpipe. So hopefully the microphone's picking it up well. But definitely a pretty mean idle here. Hopefully the microphone can capture that. Absolutely love how it sounds. In my opinion, it sounds great. A little bit smellier now with the catless downpipe. That was kind of as expected. But overall, I love it. Also now, since it's not windy today, you guys can actually see what the car looks like fully. Carbon mirrors and the wheels. Very, I love the front end look. I just think it's got such an aggressive look to it. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love this thing overall. So we'll get some revs for you here in just a second. And I believe that wraps up the first video of the channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content, seeing the two cars, what's been done to them, seeing the high flow cat versus the catless. Overall, I'm super happy with how it came out. I absolutely love it. And I hope you guys love it too. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Thank you, all of you, for watching this. I know it's the first video, but I promise it will get better from here. And I can't wait to see what this channel brings. And I hope all you join Nick and I along for the ride. But I think that's it. So we'll see you next time.